something big is happening out here, but they are building like crazy out here.
It's something about her, she got a vibe, I can't deny it when I'm around her.
Show ya, show me the car when you turn me on, the way you tell me you want me down. Done it, I done this before you falling. I won't catch you, don't know I'm stalling, cause you love to have them all crying. Calling me sweet, telling me you need me, but I'm from a city that's high school. I give them this and the more I go. Cause you a bad man, she don't love money. She break grass real fast like conman. Wanna swim down to the deep end, wanna know all my secrets, honestly. Can you keep it real, cause honestly I can tell that you're real fond of me. Baby, don't be shy, I can see it in your eyes. I've been running around, too bad I've been sticking on your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand it how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Too bad I've been sticking on your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand it how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Take it, baby, I ain't scared to take it. Oh, and maybe when I take it, oh, I feel it coming down too strong. Cause I want ya, and it's hard to resist, cause I need ya. And it's hard, baby, yeah, cause I believe ya. Hold me tight, holding on tonight. Holding a couple, no get to your clean and proper. Way I move, ain't no weekend lover. You gon' have me on your mind forever. Ever, thanks, baby. Turn it down like a sweet and ready. Go slow, keep it nice and steady. Know that you've been keeping patience. Too bad I've been sticking on your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand it how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Too bad I've been sticking on your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand it how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Show ya, show me the car when you turn me on.
Good morning. So it's bright and early. I actually have a dentist appointment this morning. So move, Jax. You stay. See you in a few. I actually have a dentist appointment this morning. So I'm headed there. And then afterwards, we have to come back for another long day of work. So yeah, I will see. Oh God. I will see you guys there. So today has been a little busier than a normal Monday. As you guys know, this morning I had a dentist appointment, and now I'm on my way to get some lab work done from when I went to for my last doctor visit, and then I have another one from a previous. So I have like a primary, then I have an OBGYN. So just trying to do all of my annual visits since I missed most of them last year due to COVID. So kind of trying to get caught up on that. So really last month and this month have been all about just checking in and make sure I'm still doing good. So I'm headed now to get the blood work done, and then once I get done with that, I'm going to come home and continue to do some work. I'm on my lunch break right now. So one good thing about working from home is that I'm able to schedule appointments before work, during lunch, and then after work. So this evening when I get off, I have another appointment with the orthodontist, and then once that's over, tonight is boot camp. So we're going to go kill ourselves running up and down the field tonight. So that should be fun. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, that boot camp class was pretty intense last time. So not saying that I'm nervous about tonight, but I don't know, it just really woke me up to how out of shape I was. Like I know I'm out of shape, but like some of the stuff that we're doing, there was a point in time when I used to be able to do this and it did not feel like it felt when I did it the other day. And I just had to wrap my mind around the fact that like you really let yourself go and you're out of shape and running around the field for 10 minutes is really gonna freaking hurt, and you just gotta suck it up and just keep pushing to when you finally build up your endurance and it doesn't feel like crap anymore. So yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight, and then that pretty much is gonna wrap up Monday. So really today has all been, I guess, about Wellness Monday, if you want to call it that. Actually, I don't like Wellness Monday. It doesn't really rhyme, but whatever. That's what we're doing. Oh, so last night, as you've seen so this is the start of a new vlog. So in the last vlog, you would have saw that I went to Hallowscream at Universal. That was a lot of fun. So that's kind of like my thing. Like every year when I was living in DC before we had COVID, I would go to Williamsburg. It's about a 2.5 hour drive. I would drive to Williamsburg for like a weekend and go to Hallowscream every year for that. So it's something that I really enjoy, something I've been doing for a couple of years now. But I will say this, as much as I enjoyed Universal and as beautiful as production they put on, yesterday was the first time I actually missed something from home. I was like, yeah, it's just something, I don't know if it's just my memory. You know how like you romanticize things when you think back on a situation or a memory. So like I don't know if I'm romanticizing this in my head because it's home and that's what I know and that's what I expect, but I think I enjoy the Busch Gardens one better. But then again, you know, I also couldn't tell if it's because of like COVID. So like in some of the haunted houses, they put up like plexiglass between you and the monsters, so it kind of gave away some of the suspense a little bit, because if I was coming around a corner and I saw the plexiglass, then like I knew that something was about to try to scare me. So it allowed me to not be on edge as much. But I mean, the haunted the haunted mansions were cool. I think the only thing that I kind of miss is that Williamsburg, in a sense, like the way the Busch Gardens is set up, is just the whole atmosphere is just a lot scarier than Universal. Like Universal, you know, even though they try to turn all the lights out, it's still pretty light. You know, the sky is still kind of lit up. There's lots of lights. There's a lot of production going on. Whereas when you were in Williamsburg, it is pitch black out there. You're surrounded by trees. You're surrounded by water. You're in the middle of nowhere. So the whole atmosphere for like how it's set up just makes it scarier to begin with. Now I am curious to see if Tampa is set up the same way, because I haven't been to the Tampa Busch Gardens, or if the Tampa Busch Gardens is more like Universal, and that the Busch Gardens I'm used to is just unique to Williamsburg because they incorporate a lot of like nature and outdoorsy stuff into the park. But yeah, it would be interesting to see. So next year the goal is message from work. So next year the goal is to go to Busch Gardens in Tampa, Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, and to go to Hallowscream at Universal and just do a review of all of them. Not necessarily because I need to do a review, but I just generally love Hallowscream. And now that I think about it, if we are going to be going back up north to go to Williamsburg, then we have to go to my other favorite park, which is King's Dominion. I mean, I really do love me some King's Dominion. If you have not been to King's Dominion, it's about an hour and a half outside of DC. It's an awesome park. So yeah, I'm about to make a whole trip out of this. Yeah, definitely gonna have to do that. Now that would be awesome. And I mean, if we're gonna be doing all, no, it's too early to go skiing. I was about to say, we're gonna do all that, we could go skiing, but those are just two different time periods. It needs to be way colder up there to go skiing. So never mind. We won't include that in the trip. But yeah. They're building more homes up there? Guys, you know, I don't want to say something big is happening out here, but they are building like crazy out here. Okay, back to what I was saying. They are building like crazy out here. It's just amazing to me, like since I've been here, the amount of new homes that I see being built, and just forget about the new home sales, the amount of apartments I see being built. They just approved a 10,000 person community to be built in Daytona Beach. 10,000. The population here right now is between 60 and 70,000. To approve 10,000, it's going to be multi-use, or like work play type situation. Like, that's crazy. It's like they are really ramping up for some serious growth out here. I've been saying that it's kind of like the new frontier. It's like you have Orlando and then you have Tampa, and so far they have expanded west of Orlando, right? They have done all of this expansion between Orlando and Tampa, and they just built out Tampa, and now going east of Orlando is like this new frontier. It's like this is not as built up, and it's so much untouched land out here that I feel like all the developers and all the investors are now turning their attention to the East Coast, and this is going to be the new booming area. It's just crazy. And then the other part that's really strange to me is that, so like, my job is still in DC. Like, when I moved down here, I moved here from DC my job is still in DC, and so I'm able to work remotely down here. And so like I can totally see I can see how someone like me, or in a similar situation as me, could afford some of these new home builds. But when you look at the prices of these new homes, and like, I'm gonna be honest, the new homes in 2021 versus the new homes that I bought in 2020 are completely different. Like, even my house has appreciated between like $60,000 and $70,000. Like, I would not have bought my house for $70,000 more than what I paid for it. Like, I just don't think it's worth it, to be quite honest with you. But still, it's like, there's no way that the wages here are keeping up with that. My wages in DC aren't keeping up with that. And when you look at the median income here, it's not that great. And so if I know that some of this stuff is at the top of my price range, and not saying I make a ton of money, but it's more than what the average is here for a family of 4, I don't know who they are building these homes for. And I can't imagine that there are that many people who are like me who are moving here. Maybe they are. Maybe it's retirees. I did read an article recently that said Daytona Beach was in the top 3 places to retire in the country. So, you know, older people, their money is long. They got long money. So maybe it is them. But I mean, just on my intersection of my cross street, there are 8 developments going up. Just on the main intersection of where I'm at, there are 8 developments within less than a 2-mile radius. Where are these people coming from? But I have to admit, it is a great time to get in Daytona Beach. So if you are looking to relocate to Florida and you want to live in a beach town, you know, right now is a hell of a time to get in, you know, because things are still relatively affordable. Like, if you really wanted to, you could get you a house on the beach for between $200,000 to $300,000. Like, that's what you could do. And when I say on the beach, I mean on the little island that's over there within like a couple of blocks radius. Not literally on the beach, like, but beachside. You can get a house on beachside for under $400,000. Preferably, you can even get one for like maybe 2 to 3. It really depends on, you know, how bougie you are. But if you're not that bougie, you just I want a piece of land right here, you literally can get one for $200,000. That's what you can do. So, I mean, the possibilities are definitely endless in that regard. I really actually enjoy living here, to be quite honest with you. Hold on. No, this is not where Is this where I need to be? No. Hold on. Sorry, I'm still trying to learn my way around this place. It's crazy to me. But yeah. I definitely think it's an up and coming area. There's still a lot of potential here. There's still a lot of affordable housing to get your hands on. And honestly, I love it. It's literally like living in a beach town. Everything is very chill. Everything is very slow. And I think I mentioned 60 to 70,000 people is the population here. So it's never really crazy busy. Except I think that's going to change with all this new development. But hey, the more people, the better, right? Well, let's not go too far. That's a really blanket statement. That's a little extreme. Let's not go that hard. But yeah, I guess I could say I'm just excited to see what happens. And I'm excited that I'm able to go out more, because you know, pretty much the first half of my time here was spent in lockup because of quarantine and because of So I never really got a chance to explore Daytona like I really wanted to until now. So it's fun getting to know my new city a little bit and finding new things. And I found where I'm going. You know what? It's like the little wins of like not having to use the GPS and like actually getting to where I need to go. Like I feel like I'm actually learning. All right, well, I'm about to walk up in here, so I will see you guys when I get back. All right, I'm all done. That literally only took a few minutes. The hardest part is that I don't know what it is. I have very small veins. I've always had small veins. And so they're just never able to get blood out of me the first time. This lady was actually pretty good. I did give her a heads up and was like, I want you to know that a lot of people struggle with my veins, so don't feel like something's wrong if you don't do it, if you don't get it on the first go. And so she was like, okay, well, where are people usually successful? And I was like, if people can't get my arm, sometimes they try my hand. And so she actually listened, because usually when I tell people to try my hand, because you can see my veins in my hand. You can't really see my veins in this hand. It's mostly this hand that you can see my veins in. Like you see here, you can see my veins in my hand. You can't really see my veins anywhere else. And so I did happen to ask her. I was like, if I lost weight, will you see my veins? And she was like, no. And honestly, I didn't think so either, because I haven't always been overweight. There was a point in time when I was very athletic, and I used to run track, and I used to play basketball, and even then me and blood have always been an issue. So but I was happy that at least she took my advice and went for my hand. And so I did ask her, I'm like, why do people usually try my hand? And she was just saying that the veins, I don't know. Because I'm not in the medical field, I never know if people are BSing me. So like, I kind of don't even want to tell y'all what she said, because for all I know, she be blowing hot air at my butt. Who knows? I do marketing. That's what I know. If someone tells me something regarding marketing, I can be like, BS, that ain't true. When it comes to everything else, who knows? I just gotta listen to what people say. I have no clue, and I ain't gonna be debating people. So I guess not gonna debate. Who knows? But her rationale was that the veins are more sensitive and they're smaller, and she was saying that she didn't like this little butterfly thing because she had less control over it. And I had to be honest, that shit did hurt a whole lot more than I was expecting it to. And it's my right hand, so afterwards she had me sign something, and it was actually a little bit painful to sign. It was like, you took my little vein on my hand. I got this big giant one I thought she might go for, but nope, she didn't go for that one. She went for the little one. So, but we'll be fine. I'm happy I got I'm happy I got that out the way. So the only thing left on the list is to go to orthodontist tonight, and then get ready to go to, where are we going? Bootcamp. Yeah, so those are the last two major things to do today. And yeah, so I will see you guys when I get home.
Come on over, let's pick up where we left off. You and I had lots of love just to top it off. We can wind and down for days, never let it stop. I just want your...
All right, just getting home. I got this salad yesterday from Sam's Club when I went, so I'm gonna have some of that. I ended up, oh shoot, you can't see me. So last time you guys saw me, I was driving home. But when I ended up pulling into the garage, the people that cut my grass had me blocked, well, were blocking the driveway. And so I didn't feel like stopping them from doing what they were doing to let me in. So I just ended up going to CVS to pick up my prescription that I had dropped off. So got that out the way. So happy about that. I might try to eat the rest of the salad for dinner tonight, or if not, throw it away. I don't really feel like their salads last that long, which is why I kind of don't like buying those big salads for one person. But that salad was $10, and usually when I get tired of making my own salads and I want a salad from like Olive Garden, actually those are pretty cheap. Those are like $7. But to get multiple salads in a day from them, that would be a little bit more expensive. So to me, it's worth it. So to me, it's worth it. I decided to switch things up. I'm not working in my office today. I'm working at my dining room table. Sometimes I just like to switch up the scenery a little bit. So I'm gonna eat lunch, respond to some of these emails, and then check you guys out in a few. All right, so I'm now on my way to boot camp. I'm running about 7 to 10 minutes late because my boss needed to meet with our team at 5:30, but that got pushed back, so that pushed me back a little bit. So yeah, so now I head to boot camp. It has been a long day. A really long day. Between going to Hallowscream last night, to waking up this morning and going to the dentist before work, then having to go to get my blood work, go back to work, and then after work having to run to the orthodontist, and then come back for another meeting and now boot camp. It's been a nice jam-packed day. So that was what my last appointment was, and I don't think I vlogged any of that, only because I was running pretty late. I had a meeting, and technically at the same time I was supposed to be there, so I was running a little bit late to that. But yeah, so no, I went to the orthodontist today because I currently have braces, and I don't know if you can see them, but I have them on the bottom row, and then I have them behind my teeth. So I'm switching to traditional metal braces, and because I moved down to Florida, I'm no longer using my old orthodontist, and I'm no longer using his treatment plan. I am gonna have to get these removed and then new ones put on, and because I have to get these removed, there's just more work that So because what was I saying? Sorry, my GPS is acting up. And I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so because I have current braces on that I have to get off to get new ones, it's just a longer process. I think they said it's gonna take about 2 years because they have to take these off. So I got my teeth examined today. We're fine. But because I do have brackets on, they can't see all of my teeth. So I need to get these brackets removed and then go back and have teeth cleaning, another exam to make sure I don't have any cavities, to make sure there's nothing happening. And then after they do that and I get a good bill of health, then I can go back in and get my braces put on. But then with the braces, after I get my braces put on, they've also told me I need to get my wisdom teeth removed. So after I get my braces put back on, that's when they want to remove my teeth. They don't want to remove my teeth until after I get the braces. So it's just going to be a long process between having to take these off, having to go back for another exam or x-rays to see anything that they might have missed. And then from there, going back and beginning treatment and having, it's just a long process. And so I actually won't even begin to start the process until the end of December, because the earliest they can take these off is December 21st. And I can't have them re-examine my teeth again until after these are off and do a teeth cleaning and all that fun stuff. So there goes that. So I'm excited though. I'm excited to make some progress. One of the great things about society getting back to normal is all these things that I've been putting on hold, which feels like almost 2 years now. I feel like all of 2020 and the majority of 2021, life has literally just stood still for me in a sense. Not completely, because during this pandemic, my job went full-time remote. I moved to a brand new state. I purchased a home. I went through the NACA program. I've done a lot of home projects, but as far as, my physical health and getting all that stuff together, a lot of that stuff stood still for pretty much all of 2020. And just recently in 2021, I want to say I started this in August is when I started getting my stuff back together in that area. So I feel like we're making up for a lot of lost time. So yeah, but I'm excited about the new journey. So I'll definitely take you guys along with me on that. It's gonna be interesting because, like I said, I have braces, but now you can't tell. You never know that there are braces behind these teeth. So it's gonna be interesting because, I'm used to having braces in my mouth. They've been in my mouth for a while. I have braces down here. I'm used to it. I think it's gonna be weirder for me not to have braces than it is for me to have braces. But for me to have metal braces you see across my teeth, that's gonna be a different look. I mean, I wonder if anybody's gonna I don't feel like it would change anything with work. Nobody really cares about that stuff, right? Granted, I'm in the dating world, but I don't really think that will have an effect, will it? I would at least hope not. But who knows? It'll be an interesting journey. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm impatient, as you guys know, so I want everything to happen instantaneously, and I just have to get over the fact that things don't happen. But I do feel like I'm blessed that I'm able to, you know, do these things, because I know there are a lot of people out here who don't have the access or the resources to, you know, do some of these things. So I do feel blessed that I have those opportunities. So now I'm just looking forward to it.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how. Rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you, I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late.
It's something about her. She got a vibe. I can deny it when I'm around her.